Underdog Fantasy is a great DFS platform, and using the Daily Grind Fantasy DFS Optimizer, I have a 3-pick entry, 3-pick banger for you guys to lock in. Now, when using Underdog, 3 picks is a very valuable play in terms of just expected value when you are playing 3 picks. The best bang for your buck is 3 and 5 picks on Underdog. The cool thing about using the Daily Grind Fantasy DFS Optimizer is A, you can choose which DFS platform you're looking at. And B, most importantly, you can select this little drop down here and it'll give you positive EV plays depending on what actual type of entry you're playing. Because I know that 3 picks non-insured is the best value, the best bang for your buck, that is what I have selected. And we see a ton of different profitable plays here that you can play on Underdog that are profitable specifically for 3-pick entries. Now, this Carlos Correa one is a very good one. The game starts too soon after when I'm recording this, so it's not going to be officially in my entry. But if you're watching this and you have this play available, it's definitely a good one. I'm not avoiding it for any reason other than the game just starts too soon. But when you are using Underdog, B, using the DGF the DFS optimizer tool. Sorry, a lot of D's in there. What you need to understand about Underdog and really all of these DFS platforms like Prizepicks is they don't charge any extra juice no matter what individual plays you add. So like this first play here, and we can talk about it. Adley Rutschman, catcher for the Orioles, was a legend in the home run derby with his dad pitching for him, which was awesome. The play here, and it's cool because it has like player name, stat, over under the line that you're actually taking on Underdog, and then I'll explain these last 3 because they're very important. But Adley Rutschman, we're taking him to go under 2 hits plus runs plus RBIs. So unfortunately, we're going to be fading him. But so Underdog prices is over under at 2. And the way this whole kind of thing works specifically with the DFS optimizer on Daily Grind Fantasy is DGF calculates what they deem to be the true line of a market. So in this case, and you can also call it the perfect line, kind of however you want to view it. In this case, priced at, for this specific play, minus 148. So DGF thinks that this play should be priced at minus 148. Converts to a win percentage of 55.5%. You see the color green here? That's good to go. But like on Underdog, I could take the over or the under and have the same exact payout, right? The implied odds for per individual leg on a 3-pick entry on Underdog is minus 122. DGF prices this at minus 148, their true line. That means the over would be priced at plus 148. And I can play the over or the under for the same exact payout on Underdog. But frankly, it would be irresponsible to play the over when we know that the under has a win percentage of 55%, but we're not being charged, we're not paying for any extra juice, which is crazy when you think about it from regular sports betting, like FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars. When they deem a play likely to hit, they're going to charge the crap out of it, right? They're going to make you pay more money for that individual play. That's not the case on Underdog. So for this one specifically, we're taking under 2. The reason why this is a play is because you see the sportsbook line here. So this number is literally exactly what it sounds like. It's pulling the lines from the sportsbooks. So they have this price, the sportsbooks, at 1.5. That 1.5 to 2 difference is massive when you think about it. Like going from 1.5 to 2, that's like a 50% difference between these two numbers. So this is an example of a DFS line discrepancy where the lines themselves are different between Underdog and the sportsbooks. And the lower these numbers get, the more valuable the gaps become. Like if you're talking about NFL, we're doing passing yards, Josh Allen. Underdog has him at 300. The sportsbooks have him at 299.5. That's really not that big of a difference, right? Going from 300 to 299.5. Well, going from 2 to 1.5 is a massive, massive difference. So I love finding examples like this on these DFS platforms where the lines are different. You can really find some really good plays, which is what we have here for our first one. Adley Rutschman, again, under 2 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Next up, in the same exact game, the Phillies were taking Bryce Harper for the same exact stat. Hits plus runs plus RBIs under 2. The sportsbooks have this priced at 1.5, so very similar here, a DFS line discrepancy. DGF calculates the true line of this also to be at rounded to minus 148 with a win percentage very close to 55.29%. Now, as long as you're above really the 55% number, you're good to go in terms of profitability, which we see all these here are. So Bryce Harper, for the same exact logic, under 2. HRR, if you want to know the acronym for that, is our second play. And third up, we're actually taking an esports play, and we're taking Natalcia to go under 31.5 maps, 1 and 2 kills. This one has a win percentage of, again, above 55% at 55.19. And it's very similar logic, but in this case, we see instead of like a half point difference, kind of however you want to phrase that, going from 31.5 to 29.5, there's a 2 stat difference. So again, the bigger the numbers become, the less valuable the gaps between them become. But this one going from 31.5, where the sportsbooks have it at 29.5, obviously that makes it still a good play. The underdog has this at 31.5. The sportsbooks have it at 29.5. So naturally the under is going to be a play here. Rounding out our 3 picks for this entry. If you are tailing, comment and let us know. Other than that, remember to subscribe to the DGF YouTube channel, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching and have a good one.